So, GATE General Aptitude live complete course. New students, we all welcome you to this course. This is a second lecture of the course. First lecture was course introduction, where what is the course, how you can use the course, what all are the features of the course. All those things were discussed. And today we are starting overview, syllabus and overview of GATE General Aptitude. That is today's topic. So, ये कोर्स में there will be 70 live lectures and सारा live lectures का recording भी मिलेगा. You can watch recording any number of times in this course. There is no limitation how many times you can watch the recording. And just a minute. Okay. And this is a complete schedule of the course. इसका first 4 lectures will be introductory lectures. Syllabus and overview का 2 lectures होगा and 2025 PYQ analysis का भी एक lecture होगा, so that you get exact idea what all are the new trends of questions came. Syllabus, I mean type of questions were all the same, but some areas they have started asking more questions, some areas they have reduced the importance. ऐसा कुछ pattern changes slightly is there, that I will explain in this session. And then we will be starting. इस बार हम spatial aptitude unit से शुरू कर रहा है, because spatial aptitude is a unit that if you invest less time also you can get more outcome, because 1 mark to 3 mark questions you can get from spatial aptitude all the time. Then we will be going to quantitative aptitude. All these are quantitative aptitude topics, the lengthiest unit in GATE General Aptitude. उसके बाद reasoning unit डिस्कस करेगा, उसके बाद वर्बल एबिलिटी. सो उसके बाद एग्जाम हैक सीरीज होगा. एग्जाम हैक सीरीज मींस about shortcut methods, tips and tricks, etc. There will be 3 dedicated lectures. After that 5 lectures will be revision lectures. So this is the idea of the this is the schedule of the course. And new students, more about me you can see here. And this is the book I have written, which is the current bestseller book for CSIR-NET General Aptitude exam. And new students, if you want to, you can be part of our other resources: Telegram channel, YouTube channel, mobile app, website, WhatsApp group, and Insta page. And those who are part of this course, you will be added to an exclusive group. I will share you the details today, how to join that exclusive group. क्योंकि वो exclusive group में this time we are adding much more things. Much more things means there will be daily initiatives like word of the day. Word of the day, in the last lecture also I have told you, this will be like, this is the basic structure, but there will be a proper design and all. So every day one word we will learn, so that will improve your vocabulary. क्योंकि गेट एग्जाम में वर्बल एप्टीट्यूड एक टॉपिक है. वर्बल एप्टीट्यूड में वोकैबुलरी सेक्शन बहुत ही ट्रिकी है. सो वो वोकैबुलरी वाला सेक्शन के लिए भी यूजफुल होगा, कॉम्प्रिहेंशन सेक्शन के लिए भी यूजफुल होगा. More than that, it will improve your skills, verbal skills, which will help you a lot in interviews, and in a long run that will be helpful. So that way also, a question of the day, word of the day एक initiative होगा, question of the day एक initiative होगा. ऐसा new initiatives we are bringing up exclusively in the group associated with this GATE General Aptitude live complete course. And your group mein you can post your doubts, so that there will be a proper discussion among the students. Your batchmates will all be there, so you can discuss among your batchmates using this exclusive WhatsApp and Telegram group access. So that's it. And all updates of the course also you will receive in that exclusive WhatsApp group and Telegram group. These are the general groups information, but when you are part of this course, you will be getting exclusive access to our discussion groups. New students, live complete course is running, but recorded course of the previous batch. This is the previous batch course, but that is also good as recorded videos. But this is the most latest course, and this have the most updated content. So, and other exams के लिए भी complete courses available है. CSIR-NET part A का complete courses available, and that also we are starting a new batch from next week onwards. So, and CSIR-NET का mock test course भी है, flashcards भी है, recorded course also available. Okay, so that is the introduction to the new students who are not aware about the platform. So let us start. So GATE General Aptitude में as you know 3 आवर का एग्जाम होगा, उसमें 10 क्वेश्चंस जनरल एप्टीट्यूड होगा. 10 questions means 5 1 mark question and 5 2 mark question. That is how the structure is. 5 1 mark question and 5 2 mark questions. 5 1 mark question means 5 mark totally. 5 2 mark question means 10 marks. So 5 plus 10 total 15 marks for general aptitude section. और जनरल एप्टीट्यूड सारा एग्जाम्स के लिए, सारा सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए कॉमन है. इट इज नॉट लाइक साइंस स्ट्रीम्स के लिए डिफरेंट टाइप, आर्ट्स के लिए डिफरेंट टाइप, इंजीनियरिंग के लिए डिफरेंट टाइप. नो, whether you are engineering stream, pure science stream or humanity stream, for all streams gate general aptitude is common. That I wanted to inform all of you. So about the structure of the course and all, I have already explained in the previous videos. Those of you missed it can watch it in our YouTube channel. Those of you are part of this course, already it is added in this course page. And these are the free study materials you will be provided along with the course. And live classes का timing 8:30 to 9:30 होगा. Live class miss हो रहा तो recording watch कर सकता है. Every week 3 classes only will be there. That is the plan. 3 classes per week. Remaining 3 days you can use for practice, and Sunday you will be having a weekly test also this time. Every week test on the topics we have discussed. Weekly test will start from March 1st only, because March 1st onwards only we will be starting topics. Till then we will be having introductory lectures, syllabus overview, etc. So let us start the syllabus overview part itself. गेट जनरल एप्टीट्यूड का सिलेबस ये है, ये लास्ट 4 years the syllabus remains same, and 2026 exam also the syllabus will be same only. So syllabus में 4 areas are there: verbal aptitude, quantitative aptitude, analytical aptitude and spatial aptitude. इसमें the biggest unit is quantitative aptitude. Today we will be discussing about quantitative aptitude in detail. Quantitative aptitude में क्या क्या topics आता है उसका एक introduction दे रहा है. So this is called verbal part. This three are non-verbal part. So verbal part means English skills is also tested. Non-verbal part means it is more about math and logic. So this non-verbal part में quantitative aptitude में क्या क्या areas आता है. This is a syllabus mentioned: data interpretation, numerical computation and estimation, mensuration and geometry, elementary statistics and probability, and main areas or some keywords are given. लेकिन ये keywords से आपको properly understand नहीं होगा क्या क्या chapters learn करना है. That is why I have bifurcated it into a proper way, so that you will get a proper clarity. And हर topic का एक example also I will show you. Quantitative aptitude का. Quantitative aptitude का one major unit is number system. I will say the most important unit in quantitative aptitude, क्योंकि ये quantitative aptitude number system area is needed for many other units also. Some reasoning topics also number system is needed. Some data interpretation chapters also number system is very needed. Algebra के लिए number system बहुत ही important है. So number system is one major unit in quantitative aptitude. Number system में क्या क्या topics आता है. So these are the lectures we'll be having as part of this course for number system. There is total 6 lectures on number system alone. First topic is classification of numbers. 2024 GATE exam का एक example question है ये, classification of numbers. इसमें सिर्फ sum of first n consecutive odd numbers का formula पता है तो answer कर सकता है. Sum of first n consecutive odd numbers and all you may have already learned. N square is the formula. If you know that formula, this question is super easy. Yeah, sum of first n natural number formula, sum of first n odd even natural number formula, sum of first n odd natural number formula. This formula is enough to solve this question. So sum of first 20 consecutive odd numbers means 20 square divided by 20 square. 20 square by 20 square is 1. Again, I am not teaching you this topic or this question today. I am just giving you an example of each topic, one example each, so that you get an idea what is the chapter, what are the basic theory of the chapter. So classification of numbers में ये question में odd numbers के बारे में पूछा है, but there are many other things that can be asked. For example, all these types of numbers, natural, whole, integer, rational, irrational, prime, composite, even, odd and perfect squares. Odd and odd add किया तो क्या मिलेगा, odd and odd subtract किया तो क्या मिलेगा. All these things also are very important. So these are some of the basic theory you should know for classification of numbers. We will be discussing that in a separate lecture. Next topic in number system is factors and reminders. Factors, divisibility and reminders. ये 2018 का क्वेश्चन था. This is just checking whether you know test of divisibility. I hope all of you remember the test of divisibility you learned in school. ये टेस्ट ऑफ डिविजिबिलिटी में ये पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन में सम ऑफ डिजिट्स का कॉन्सेप्ट पूछा है. वो पता है तो ये क्वेश्चन बहुत ही सिंपल है. So I'm not explaining. Once again I'm telling you, today's lecture is not to explain questions. Today's question is to give you an overview. Syllabus क्या है, क्या क्या questions आ सकता है, उसका एक idea दे रहा है. A total breakdown of all chapters of quantitative aptitude, then reasoning, analytical ability and spatial aptitude का overview next lecture में होगा, so that we can comfortably cover all areas. Now, so this test of divisibility is very important. Then what else? Factors. For example, I always start factors chapter with this question. Can you tell me why we have 360 degree in a circle central angle? Why it is 360? Why can't it be some other angle? That is also connected to factors. There you should know what is highly composite numbers. 360 is a highly composite number. That is the reason, or that is one of the reasons 360 is considered as the central angle of the circle. Some of you may be thinking 360 central angle consider kiya hai. Why it is considered? It is already 360 should be the angle. No, aisa nahi hai. We have fixed it. That is why we are just telling it many times, or we are using it many times, that we feel like that is the norm. You cannot take any other angle for the central angle of the circle. You can take, but everyone should agree with you. That's the only thing. The convention we have followed is 360 degree is the central angle. According to that, everything else is defined. Just like we are saying 1 kilogram is 1000 gram. We are saying circle central angle is 360 degree, and uska reason factors mein hai. Those things and all we will be discussing. Yeah, the idea of this course is to make math fun, not to make math more complicated. In a fun way we will be learning. Unlearning and relearning we will be doing. So this factors and divisibility mein divisibility test important hai. How to factorize numbers important hai. How to find number of factors, etc. These concepts also will be discussed. And some divisibility rules, some very strange or very unique divisibility rules के बारे में भी हम discuss करेगा. And उसका subsidiary और उसका extension है LCM HCF का concepts. And that, as I have told, number system unit का concepts बाकी chapters में भी applicable है. So ये LCM HCF what you are learning here will be needed for other chapters also. Geometry chapter में चाहिए, clock like time problems में चाहिए, speed distance time problem में चाहिए, work and time chapter में चाहिए. How to find LCM is very important there, and HCF also. So those things will be discussed in detail. In case you have forgotten how to find LCM also, that also we will have a quick recap in case you have forgotten school math. We are not assuming that you all remember all the school math. Some things you can forget. You may have forgotten. So that will be reminded in each of the lectures. That's why we are increasing the number of lectures this time. Almost 70 to 80 lectures will be there as part of the course this time. Now, reminder theorem. Reminder theorem. When you divide a sum or product or subtraction by a number, what are the rules that you have to follow? So that is reminder theorem. That also we will be discussing. So that are some of the examples of factors, divisibility and reminder lecture. Then next topic is number system ka next topic hai exponents or laws of exponents. This is a 2023 question. Laws of exponents ka question hai. So these laws a raised to m by a raised to n, a raised to n, m into m, a raised to n. When base are same, how to multiply and divide. When power are same, how to multiply and divide. When power of power comes, what, how to do. फ्रैक्शनल पावर क्या है, नेगेटिव पावर क्या है, zeroth पावर क्या है, ये सब हम डिटेल में डिस्कस करेगा. Now ये लॉस ऑफ एक्सपोनेंट्स या एक्सपोनेंट्स का एक्सटेंशन चैप्टर है, लास्ट डिजिट. ऑल दीज आर सेपरेट चैप्टर्स, विल बी डिस्कसिंग लास्ट डिजिट ऑफ अ पावर और लास्ट डिजिट ऑफ अ प्रोडक्ट. उसके लिए ये सिर्फ ये सिंगल फ्लैश कार्ड काफी है, ये पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट्स लर्न करने के लिए. या ऑल द कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कॉन्सेप्ट्स वी हैव डेडिकेटेड सेपरेट फ्लैश कार्ड्स, so that just by revising it you will be able to remember it after learning it properly. So that learning thing we will be doing in the class in detail. एक separate lecture इस बार last digit of power के लिए दिया है, so by that you can easily understand it. Next, loss of exponents का ही exponents का ही extension है logarithm. अदर एग्जाम में logarithm का क्वेश्चन कम आता है, बट गेट एग्जाम में logarithm का क्वेश्चन ऑलमोस्ट फ्रीक्वेंटली आया है. So you should be good at logarithm. You should remember the rules of logarithm. हाँ, exponents का rules clear है तो logarithm का rules already learn कर सकता है, because logarithm and exponents are just two different ways of writing repeated multiplication. Repeated addition is multiplication, repeated multiplication is exponents, and repeated exponents is tetration. We'll discuss about all that in the separate lecture. So that are नंबर सिस्टम टॉपिक. नाउ सेपरेट लेक्चर होगा मिसलेनियस क्वेश्चंस के लिए, नंबर सिस्टम का मिसलेनियस क्वेश्चंस के लिए. देयर वी विल डिस्कस सम थिंग्स वी हैवंट डिस्कस्ड इन द अदर नंबर सिस्टम चैप्टर्स, फॉर एग्जांपल एपी जीपी के बारे में एक्सेट्रा. सो दीज आर द नंबर सिस्टम यूनिट्स, all of your number system chapters. Hope you all got a clarity. If you have any doubts you can mention. And those of you are watching this as a demo video, do comment if you have any doubts or if you're getting a clarity on the syllabus. So complete breakdown है quantitative aptitude topics का. So number system if you are clear, now we will go to algebra. Algebra ये number system properly understand किया तो ही algebra properly learn कर सकता है. So algebra, what all you should know? Yeah, definitely linear equation in one variable, two variable, maybe very rarely three variable also were asked, and quadratic equation, polynomials, etc. So these are algebraic topic. गेट एग्जाम में ये भी एक स्पेशल चैप्टर है, अदर एग्जाम्स में कम आता है, फंक्शंस एंड ऑपरेशंस, बट गेट एग्जाम में फ्रीक्वेंटली आता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये क्वेश्चन देखिए, 2023 गेट एग्जाम क्वेश्चन है, एफ ऑफ टी जी ऑफ टी देके क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग अबाउट एफ ऑफ टी एंड जी ऑफ टी को कैसा कंपेयर कर सकता है एंड ऑल. सो फंक्शन एंड ऑपरेशन का बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग है तो ही ऐसा क्वेश्चंस ट्राई कर सकता है. देन लीनियर इक्वेशन अनदर लेक्चर है. लीनियर इक्वेशन, वेरी सिंपल वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स यू लर्नड इन स्कूल टू वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्वेश्चंस वर आस्क्ड इन लीनियर इक्वेशन. So definitely you should know how to solve linear equations, but many questions mathematical solution से भी better है elimination से करना. So that elimination method, iteration techniques etc. also will be taught for this linear equation related questions. Linear equation के बाद आता है quadratic equation and other polynomial equations. So polynomials and quadratic equation, ये 2023 का क्वेश्चन है. यहाँ पे ये polynomial का coefficient को separate करना था, that was the question. Again direct method से किया तो टाइम ज्यादा लगेगा, शॉर्टकट यूज किया तो बहुत ही सिंपल होगा. We'll discuss about all that. From the base we will start polynomials. What are the different types of polynomials according to degree, according to number of terms, etc. will be in depth discussed. Then quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, yeah, quadratic formula you should know. Then sum of roots property, product of roots, questions were asked based on it. And this comparatively less important area, but this also helps you in some question. Discriminant देके how you can say about the nature of roots. School math only, but you may have forgotten. That is why we will have a quick understanding of that in the class. Then algebra का next lecture है, next topic है inequality. हाँ, inequality, equality clear है तो inequality easy होना चाहिए. ये गेट 2023 क्वेश्चन है inequality के बारे में. इनइक्वालिटी का बेसिक रूल्स भी मैंने स्टेट किया है फ्लैश कार्ड्स में, so that you can easily recollect in case you have any confusion about whether if you divide by a negative number, will the sign change or not change? All those confusions will be avoided by detailed understanding of this theory. So next is application level questions, percentage and fractions. There I will be teaching you the shortcut techniques, how to calculate percentages using the understanding of fraction. Yeah, this is one of the most watched video in my YouTube channel also, the mental math trick to calculate percentages. So ये mental math trick detail में explain करेगा. उसके बाद previous year questions also will be discussed on percentage, and how this mental math tricks will help you, that also will be discussing in detail. And all percentage questions can be summarized into these types: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types. And this is a short trick. ये 7 types पता है तो not only this chapter percentage and fraction, next chapter fractions, ratio and proportion, next chapter profit loss, discount and interest, monetary problems, all these chapters will become easy if you know these categorization of percentage. ये formula नहीं, ये logic पता है तो बहुत ही simple होगा. Yeah, in school you have by hearted a lot about what is profit percentage formula, loss percentage formula, discount percent. ये सब irrelevant है if you know the logic behind. If you know that profit loss discount is nothing but most of the time it will be either this case or this case or this case or this case. These yeah, and this also loss percentage के case में ये 5 cases में से एक होगा सारा profit loss discount interest वाला questions. वो realization है तो simple होगा. ये सब interconnected है. That is what you have to understand. Unfortunately in school हमारा एक misunderstanding हुआ. ये सब separate areas है which are not connected much. Whether it is percentage, whether it is ratio, whether it is proportion, whether it is fractions, whether it is probability. Yeah, I told probability. Even that also is same as what I have told now. Percentage, fraction, ratio, proportion, probability. All these are comparison tools. It are just like we say some person, like few people are describing elephant. Some people are describing the tail of the elephant. Some people are describing the head of the elephant. But they all are explaining about elephant itself. Same way, percentage, fraction, ratio, proportion, probability, decimal representation, yes, sub different interpretations hai, different ways you are comparing values. Iska connection pata chala to bahut hi simple hai. So that is what we will be focusing in these chapters, to connect them together and learn it properly. But we are separately discussing because of lack of time. One single lecture में ये सारे topics discuss किया तो confuse हो जाएगा. ये profit loss discount का एक specific question है. इसके लिए ये shortcut tricks help करेगा. Please don't think that when I am saying I will be teaching you logic more, that does not mean I won't give you shortcut tricks. कौन सा questions के लिए shortcut tricks important है, that question shortcut tricks will be taught. But shortcut tricks teach करने के लिए भी logic use करेगा. That is the thing. That's why I told you this time. From the experience of last batch, we thought like if we give few areas little more importance, that will be more clear. So that areas we have added extra lectures so that the concept clarity is ensured. So that you don't have to mug up anything. You don't have to by heart anything. So that will be done. And simple interest, compound interest, that is also part of this interest chapter. So there, yeah, normally I start that with the story of a king who caught a criminal and he is sentenced to death. And the last wish of the criminal was, in a very large chessboard, put one rice grain in first cell, double of that in second, double of that in third, double of that in fourth. Likewise, fill the all 64 cells. When king tried to do that, he understood that it is impossible to do that. And why it is impossible? The power of compounding. That is a basic of compound interest. So वो story से हम detailed understand करेगा what is difference between simple interest and compound interest. वो आपको generally आपका financial literacy को भी enhance करेगा if you understand this logic behind simple interest and compound interest. Then you can make better decisions better financial decisions in the future when you invest money. Okay, so money related problem, miscellaneous questions bhi aaya hai, that also will be discussed as a separate lecture. So that are the basic algebra topics. Again, algebra, I'm saying these are the major topics. These chapters also algebra is needed, but that is more focused on some other theory. That is why that is categorized as a separate unit. Permutation, combination and probability is the next unit. 5 lectures होगा ये unit में. इसमें fundamental principle of counting, most important concept. ये फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल ऑफ काउंटिंग आपको पता है तो ये चैप्टर सिंपल हो गया. नॉट ओनली दिस चैप्टर, परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन चैप्टर, एनाग्राम चैप्टर्स, प्रोबेबिलिटी चैप्टर्स, ये सारा चैप्टर सिंपल हो जाएगा if you properly understand fundamental principle of counting. That also using practical examples we will understand, like how many outfits are possible for 3 shirts and 4 pants, or if you see 6 balls, likewise there are 5 rows, so 5 into 6 30. That 5 into 6 you are applying, that also is fundamental principle of counting. So knowingly or unknowingly already you have used fundamental principle of counting. So that is fundamental principle of counting. Then permutation combination, some questions you need formula of combination. Permutation का formula पता नहीं है तो भी चलेगा, but combination formula use करना है. That we will be discussing in depth, how this formula can be understood and all. And another big confusion many people have is when to use permutation, when to use combination. उसके लिए एक separate flashcard दिया है so that you get a clarity. Selection है तो combination, arrangement है तो permutation. That is the distinction. And some specific cases will be discussed in detail. For example, anagram problem का theory ये है. Anagram problem में letters repeat किया तो theory ये है. Repetition allowed है तो theory ये है. Selections के लिए theory ये है. Selections में at least one choose करना है तो theory ये है. Circular table arrangement में theory ये है. All these things will be discussed in detail. Then some more explanation of when to use combination, when to use permutation, and some typical combination cases also are listed here. Yeah, GATE exam में एक बार आया है. All these flashcards are made based on the previous years. Let me tell you frankly. हर exam के लिए we have created flashcards. Some flashcards are common for many exams, but some flashcards are specifically for particular exams. For example, GATE के लिए ये inequality का फ्लैश कार्ड हो, logarithm का फ्लैश कार्ड हो, even permutation combination का ये theory GATE exam में ज्यादा important है. So इसके लिए separate flashcards are there. So flashcards, we have currently 110 flashcards, but we are working on increasing the number of flashcards. So throughout the course, the new flashcards will be added and you will be getting that new flashcards. So that is about permutation combination. Now uska extension है anagram problem. Anagram problem means an letter rearrangement. Then number rearrangement भी possible है. ये 2023 में आया हुआ एक number rearrangement problem है. So that also will be discussing. Now general permutation combination question. ये combination directly use करने का question था. 9C3 होगा answer 84. Theory के बाद बहुत ही simple होगा ये. Then probability 2024 का question है. Probability का detailed discussion होगा. What is the classical definition of probability? What is the fundamental principle of counting definition of probability? What is probability line, etc. will be discussed in detail. And this is one of the strongest tool you can use to do questions in probability. Complement approach. Normally I call it as the power of negative thinking. Instead of positive thinking, a little negative thinking can help you in probability. Instead of finding what the question is asking, find what the question is not asking and subtract it from total. That is power of negative thinking or complement probability. I'm just giving fancy names so that you don't forget the theory, or you will be reminded to use the shortcut way rather than the longer way. Because ये complement probability बिना use करके भी many questions can be done. But if you are using complement probability, the same question you can do in half the time. So that we will be discussing in detail, and some typical cases. This also is based on the previous year question analysis. गेट एग्जाम में ये तीनों एरिया से क्वेश्चन रिपीटेडली आया है. प्लेइंग कार्ड्स का क्वेश्चन कम था, बट डाइस का प्रॉब्लम बहुत बार आया है. कोइन टॉस का प्रॉब्लम भी मल्टीपल टाइम्स पूछा है. So that will be discussed in detail, the different major events. Now mathematical sequence and series, again this is algebra and number system together. So 2024 question, mathematical sequence and series. When we discuss AP, GP, arithmetic progression, geometric progression, we will be discussing this. So that is the major. Just a minute. One second. So that is probability and permutation combination. Now other areas. One second. I think the slide got. Special aptitude we'll discuss in the next class. There will be 2 lectures on syllabus and overview. Okay, next unit is speed, work and time. Speed, work and time. So इसमें work and time का typical questions पूछा है multiple times. उसके लिए, yeah, I normally say the pizza approach and the pizza approach भी useful है, chocolate approach भी useful है. ये दोनों approaches पता है तो ये chapter का question बहुत ही simple होगा. So that we will be discussing in detail, the pizza approach and the chocolate approach in work and time chapter. Just a minute. So we have 2 flashcards on it, unitary method and LCM method. This unitary method is the pizza approach, chocolate approach is LCM method. So इसका डिटेल अंडरस्टैंडिंग होगा. एंड उसका एक्सटेंशन है पाइप्स एंड सिस्टम प्रॉब्लम. ये 2022 का एक PYQ था. इसमें भी ये यूनिटरी मेथड, एलसीएम मेथड पता है तो बहुत ही सिंपल है. पाइप्स एंड सिस्टम में वन एक्स्ट्रा थिंग इज नेगेटिव वर्क का पॉसिबिलिटी. वो समझ में आया तो पाइप एंड सिस्टम इज नथिंग बट वर्क एंड टाइम ओनली. देन वर्क एंड टाइम समझ में आया तो उसका एनालॉजी क्रिएट कर सकता है स्पीड डिस्टेंस टाइम चैप्टर से. देन इट विल बी ईजियर टू लर्न. वर्क एंड टाइम, स्पीड डिस्टेंस टाइम में डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल्ड पर यूनिट टाइम, दैट इज स्पीड. In work and time chapter, work done per unit time is, that is efficiency. So ये efficiency speed is similar. So वो similarity समझ में आया तो ये दोनों chapters easily connect करके learn कर सकता है, बहुत ही simple हो जाएगा. And speed distance time में, yes, definitely you should know the formula of speed distance time, and you have to be flexible in how to rearrange it and do it. Using this triangle, you can remember it. And some unit conversions you should know, kilometer per hour to meter per second and vice versa. And relative speed ka concept, I normally use the DDLJ movie, Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge movie example to teach speed, relative speed concept, the climax scene of it. So वो relative speed concept समझ में आया तो ये chapter का question बहुत ही simple होगा. And next chapter क्या है, ट्रेन बॉट एंड स्ट्रीम. उसके लिए भी ये रिलेटिव स्पीड कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. रिलेटिव स्पीड कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करके देयर आर 6 सिनेरियोस दैट कैन ऑकर. स्पीड सबट्रैक्ट कब करना है, ऐड कब करना है, लेंथ, सेकंड लेंथ कब इन्वॉल्व होगा, सेकंड लेंथ कब स्किप करना है. दीज थिंग्स इफ यू अंडरस्टूड, इट इज वेरी सिंपल. That is train problem. Then another type is bot and stream problem. Bot and stream problem में you should know relative speed, but their relative speed is little different from train problem relative speed. इसका difference समझ में आया तो वो भी simple हो जाएगा. Upstream case, downstream case. And speed distance time में another area is average speed का concept. This is a concept that many people make mistakes. If some people, this was a question that was asked in GATE exam 2 times. A to B distance, B to A distance are equal. A to B speed is 60, B to A speed is 90. So what is the average speed? Is it 60 plus 90 by 2? No. It is 2 times 60 into 90 divided by 60 plus 90. 72 will be the answer, not 75. स्पीड्स ऐड करने के लिए टाइम इक्वल होना चाहिए. A to B डिस्टेंस, B to A डिस्टेंस इक्वल है तो टाइम इक्वल नहीं है. दैट टाइम यू कैनॉट यूज फर्स्ट स्पीड प्लस सेकेंड स्पीड बाई 2. Average speed is not always average of the speeds. Please understand that. So वो हम डिटेल डिस्कस करेगा एवरेज स्पीड का डिफरेंट केसेस. So that is about work time speed unit. There will be 4 lectures on this unit. Next unit is elementary statistics, 2 lectures only. Elementary statistics means मीन मीडियन मोड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये क्वेश्चन देखिए, मीन एंड मीडियन के बारे में पूछा था 2023 गेट का. अरिथमेटिक मीन, ज्योमेट्रिक मीन, हार्मोनिक मीन पूछ सकता है, बट टिल नाउ दे हैवंट आस्क्ड. So based on PYQs, arithmetic mean, geometric mean, at least you should know. Median mode also you should know. Standard deviation, very rarely they have asked that also. That also we'll be discussing in the class. Then average means arithmetic mean itself. Arithmetic mean का specific questions बहुत बार पूछा है. That's why arithmetic mean and mixtures वो एक separate lecture में discuss करेगा. Mixtures and allegation या allegation trick, very less time they have asked, but that helps you in some questions. So that is elementary statistics. Next unit is clock and calendar. Clock and calendar. Clock and calendar is kind of a reasoning unit, but there are some math to be done. That is why I'm adding it along with this quantitative aptitude itself. Some chapters are like can be categorized in quant and reasoning. Clock problem में basic theory समझना है. Second hand के बारे में, minute hand के बारे में, hour hand के बारे में, and this special formula which helps you to do questions faster. And mirror image, एक बार गेट एग्जाम में ये भी पूछा है. Yeah, this was recently asked only. 3-4 years back there was no mirror image question, but last 2 years you can see 1 or 2 questions on mirror image. So as I have told, in this course it's a most updated course based on the last 3-4 years PYQs where some new type questions were asked, some new areas they have started asking, वो सब include होगा ये course में. So that is about clocks and some specific cases of clocks which was repeatedly asked, coinciding hands, opposite right angle, etc. Then calendar problem. Calendar problem, I always ask students, do you know what is a leap year? Many people say every multiples of 4 are leap year. That is a totally wrong answer. Every multiples of 4 are not leap years. Some multiples are 4, or most of the multiples of 4 are leap years. But for example, 2200 is a multiple of 4, still it is not a leap year, because there is a second criteria for leap year, that if the year is century, that should be divisible by 400. We will discuss that in the particular chapter anyway. So calendar में odd days का concept बहुत ही important है. Ordinary year का odd day, leap year का odd day. This is the reason by which your birthday keeps on changing every year. Last year if it was on a Monday, this year it will be on a Tuesday or Wednesday. So 1 day or 2 day shifting will happen. ये shifting का reason odd days है. So how to find odd day? Reminder theorem you can use. And हर month का odd day understand किया तो बहुत सारा questions easily कर सकता है. So that is clock and calendar, small unit, but questions were asked. Last 2-3 years they are starting asking either clock or calendar, one of the question, not in all the question papers, but half of the question papers they have asked. That's why clock and calendar is important. Now another major unit is geometry unit. Geometry unit, all these are geometry unit chapters. Geometry में 2D geometry, 3D geometry, counting of figures, circles, many of those things are there. So geometry 2024, this was a question. This is a 3D geometry question. 3D geometry question. Then 2D geometry में parallel lines and transversal के बारे में, polygons के बारे में, different types of polygons, formula of each, some of the formula you should know about polygons, etc. And coordinate geometry, वो भी important है. Last 2-3 years में coordinate geometry से question आ रहा है. So coordinate geometry also will be discussing in a separate lecture. So now geometry का geometry unit में another area है mensuration. Mensuration means perimeter area volume questions. This is a question that was asked 2 times in GATE exam. The same figure. One time it was asked about this region, one time it was asked about this region, but the question is the same. Mensuration mein you should know some formula, but I will teach you logically how to remember that formula or how to understand that formula. 2D geometry ka bhi, 3D geometry ka bhi. So then इसका extension, distance and direction. ये भी एक reasoning topic जैसा है, but some of the questions or many of the question in GATE exam required you to use formula or use Pythagoras theorem and other areas. That is why we will be discussing it after the geometry areas. Pythagoras theorem, Pythagorean triplet, etc. is very important. Next, we will be having discussion on data interpretation. You can consider it as a separate section or part of number system itself, because number system idea is what you need a lot in doing questions in data interpretation. Data interpretation means interpreting the data, but there are some skills you should develop to interpret the data. Yeah, that also requires percentage mental math calculation a lot in this chapter. Virtual calculator hai to bhi, if you are going to use virtual calculator for data interpretation, all questions, it will take too much time. 5 lectures of data interpretation. Venn diagram will be separately discussed, क्योंकि गेट एग्जाम में वेन डायग्राम का क्वेश्चन बहुत मिसलेनियस टाइप का आया है. डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन का ही नहीं, रीजनिंग का क्वेश्चंस भी आया है, क्वांट टाइप क्वेश्चंस भी आया है वेन डायग्राम से. So that will be separately discussed. Then bar chart, pie chart, table, miscellaneous data interpretation question separately. 2023 का एक पाई चार्ट क्वेश्चन था ये. डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन का क्वेश्चन 2025 में भी था, but 2025 question I am not showing because it is memory based wordings only available. So once they will publish the question paper very soon. Once that is published, that is why I am waiting till March 1st for the topics to start. March 1st topic शुरू किया था. We can add 2025 questions also to the lecture slides. That is why we are waiting for it. So anyway, ये clear है ना? Data interpretation. This is a pie chart example. Similarly, bar chart, histogram, contour lines. GATE exam में especially contour lines एक 2017 year में multiple papers में आया था. So these are the major number systems. Data quantitative aptitude areas. Then analytical aptitude and spatial aptitude and verbal aptitude will be discussing separately in the next lecture. Hope you all got an overview. Now, if you have any doubts, you can ask now. So we'll resume in the next class. As I have mentioned in the last class, in this course, till February 28, every week 2 class or sometimes 3 class, but March 1st onwards, 3 class every week. That will be the routine. March 1st onwards, we'll be starting each topic also, which I have shown you now, but we'll be starting with quantitative aptitude topics, not, we'll be starting with spatial aptitude topics this time. Spatial aptitude, because GATE exam में ये spatial aptitude special है. तो GATE exam में ये spatial aptitude introduce हुआ just 5 years back. उसके पहले spatial aptitude separately define नहीं किया था syllabus में. Sometimes, very rarely, they were asking questions, but very less. But once the syllabus is defined with spatial aptitude, they have started asking 1 question or 2 questions all the time in almost all papers. That is why we are starting with that unit. Just by 5 lectures, you can ensure that you get that 1 mark to 3 marks from that section. So that's it. If you have any doubts, please ask. Once again, those of you watching this video as a demo lecture, you're welcome to be part of this course. This is a 1-year course. First time we are starting it as a 1-year long initiative. That is why we are introducing a lot of new things this time. Weekly test will be there. Question of the day series will be there. Word of the day series will be there, so that your comprehension skills, your vocabulary, word power, and thereby it will help you in your future interviews and all also. So yes, Sandeep, let me see the original question paper, then I will tell you. This course may have special aptitude. Yes, Sandeep, we have added more lectures. From the feedback of the last batch students, we have given importance to some areas they are more confused on. That way, last batch, I think the lecture number was almost 60 to 65. This time we have increased it 15 more lectures, almost 80 lectures, including revision lectures, plus some bonus flashcard revision series that will be through the YouTube channel most probably. Special aptitude, this time 5 lectures. I think last time it was 3 lectures on special aptitude. This time 5 lectures so that we can give more importance. And even verbal aptitude also, this time more lectures will be there. And your revision ka more lectures, exam hacks ka bhi more lectures are included. So, और कुछ doubt है तो पूछ सकता है. And all of you who have joined our previous live batch, you will be getting 50% discount on joining the new live batch. Those who are part of the previous live batch. Those who are part of the previous recorded batch, normal offers that is running in the platform is applicable. But for live batch students, only 50% off will be there. And CSIR-net course students also, this live batch students will get 50% off. And also, if you want to join any of our other courses also, will be getting 50% off, those who have joined this course. So person who joined the live course, they will be given 50% off on the next live course. But very few of you prepare for multiple exams. That's why for many of you it is not applicable. But some of you at least prepare for CSIR and GATE simultaneously. For those students, this combo offer you can use to get discounts, 50% discount. पिछले कोर्स का रिकॉर्डिंग इसमें include. पिछले कोर्स का रिकॉर्डिंग नो इसमें इंक्लूड नहीं होगा संदीप. पिछले कोर्स, as I have told, this time we are restructuring the course. That's why, to avoid confusion, in this course only new videos will be there. If there is any other doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, let's conclude. Okay, then let's conclude for today. Yeah, I know it will take few more days that new students will get more comfortable with asking doubts and all. That I understand. That's why when topics start, at least from March 1st, the topics will start. That time at least, please start asking doubts more and clear your doubts in the same day or in the live class itself. That will be useful in my opinion. So I think then let's conclude. Thank you, all of you. Take care, all of you. Have a good day.